Darnell Baxter says Ghost is in a tier above. That's an interesting conversation, and I think that takes us to where we really wanted to talk about this. Like, if you say that Ghost is a tier above Common, what tier is Common in?
Okay, so
Where is Common on an all time list?
right,
Is Common
I
an
told you.
A list MC?
So that's what I mean. I told you it's like so he like I had a couple of the cats in my hip hop and sports group that I'm a part of. Like they were telling me personally top five to them, right
Mm-hmm.
next to Thought. And I was like, whoa, like still, I'm thinking like if this is around B or Finding Forever, yeah, like I feel you because after Finding Forever, I'm like I probably had him at like 8 or 9. Like when did Finding Forever come out? 2005,
Yes. No. 2007. Because
2007.
B
That's
was
still
2005. Yeah.
okay. So 2007. So
Yeah.
that's 15 years ago almost, like
Yeah.
14. Yeah. So I mean, and for me, the stuff that he's made since Finding Forever, it's been like kind of touch and go. It's like you're searching for the quality record. Some of the albums are good, some of the albums aren't. Most of them are uneven. Like remember the Dreamer, the Believer?
Mm-hmm. I like the Dream of the Believer. You didn't like it?
No, that shit don't slap, Mike.
What
You
did you
know it.
not like about it? It was dull.
It was just uninspired. It was
Yeah.
super safe.
But there's a lot of that for Common because that freestyle that we just played, that level of emceeing we don't see on record from him often. I mean, I saw it a little bit on Black America again. Like I said, songs like Home featuring Bilal. Joe Bro said Common is more in the top 20 to 30 range. The Terminator says that Common is top five. Um,
Top five. Okay, so
Daryl Baxter, I'm sorry I was calling you Darnell. Daryl Baxter says top 15 to 20. And he
I'm
used to
thinking.
be my number two. I'm with you there. I didn't have him that high, but I
I
had
didn't
him
have him
high.
number
He
two. I
has
had him at like 8 or
dropped.
9. Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like so. I think in his prime, probably 8 or 9. But overall, I would lean towards 15 to 25 at this point.
K Thompson says Common is top 15. Okay. Let's
15 to
go.
25.
Let's do the tough work, right? Let's go ahead and do it. Is
Are we
Common
doing
better
that?
than Nas? No.
Hold on. Let's go ahead and get some people out the way who we know he's not better than. That's Rakim. That's not
Rakim, Nas,
Jay,
Jay,
Big,
Big,
Pop,
Pac, okay.
Ghost,
Ghost, KRS-One.
ARS1.
He's not better than KRS-One.
He's
Big
not
Daddy
better than.
Kane is a question for me.
No. But let's go definites.
Let's
One,
go
two, three,
definite. That's
four, five,
seven I
six.
got.
That's 7 definite. Ice Cube, Mike.
Ice Cube, Scarface, that's 9.
Scarface. Mike, we at 9.
We're
What?
at 9. What do you think
Kiss.
about him when it comes to LL Cool J?
No, what about Kiss and Kendrick?
Huh. Is Common better than Kendrick Lamar?
No,
Hmm.
he's not. He's not.
Okay. We'll say 10.
Wait, where?
Cool G Rap.
I mean,
Where we got Cool G Rap? I know you're a big Cool G Rap guy.
I am. So Cool G Rap's a better lyricist to me. He just doesn't have the catalog. I would give Common the edge.
Okay. We got Andre 3000 in the chat.
No, we don't. Next.
Okay. Yeah,
No, we
yeah.
don't.
He has no. Listen, Andre doesn't have any song where he has 3 verses by himself. What
Is he
about
better? Hold on.
Jadakiss?
Is he better than Redman?
I don't know, man. See, these are the ones that are
I don't think
debatable.
so. Is he better than Method Man?
I don't. You know, all right.
Hold on. Listen, hold on. I'm not done. Is he better than Raekwon?
This is the thing, Coop.
Hold on, because hold on. Here's what I'll tell you. Because listen to what I'm about to tell you. What's Raekwon's 2 best albums? Purple Tape 1 and 2.
But see, this is the thing, bro. Common, and he. I think you just said this Wednesday. We were talking about Kendrick Lamar. Where we're holding Common high mostly for is his album catalog. I don't think he's a better MC than a lot of the guys that you just
Right,
mentioned.
right. Like I don't
Um,
think he's a better MC than Cool G Rap. Like in my heart, I just can't like bring that to fruition in my mind. It's like, nah, Common not better than
I
Cool
don't
G
think
Rap.
he's a better MC than Redman either.
Me
And
neither.
I think that Redman has probably had a better career. Is that fair? I don't know. Because again, what Common really doesn't have, and we talked about this offline, he doesn't have like those standout features or whatever, like where Redman jumped on the
Redman
headbanger or
was
something.
going Redman was going gold from jump. It took Common like 7, 8 years to go gold. Redman was gold platinum from the gate. So Redman's had the better career, and Redman transitioned into TV and film faster and successfully.
Redman, he was groundbreaking in his style. Like you said, you know who originated all that wild shit, that row shit. Like that whole approach.
Ooh, is Common better than Busta Rhymes, Mike?
I don't think so. But
So
see,
that's
this
what
is
I
the
mean when I'm
thing.
saying 15. Hold on. So where are we at? Like 1, 2, 3,
Well,
4.
we had 10 definites, and a lot of the people that we were just discussing were just, debatable.
We just named,
What do you think
about.
about Prodigy? Somebody just mentioned Prodigy in the chat.
You know how I feel about P. Like
I
I
do.
just prefer P to Common.
But see, that's what we keep running into because the Terminator says Common is more diverse than Redman, right? That's gonna be the argument that Common keeps getting just off of his content and that approach. But at the end of the day, there's so many MCs that we like more than Common. You like Prodigy more than Common, right?
Hold on. I like Prodigy more than a lot of these guys that we just named. I just know he's not better than. But he might be like I think Prodigy and Common is like a fair comp. And here's the thing. Okay, so let's go to Mobb Deep's classics. Mike, the infamous Murder Music, Hell on Earth. Common don't want no smoke with that.
That's what I'm saying. All right, so what? Y'all don't believe that Buster is better than Common? I don't know. I mean, again, that's me
I
being
think that's a
biased, maybe.
preference. I think that's
That's a
just a
preference.
preference thing. I
Huh.
think, but I'm just saying.
Huh.
I'm just asking questions.
No, you're right. I mean, because again, do we get the feeling that we get?
Okay, I mean, right. That's what I'm saying. PB making you feel something, man. Like that. Does Common have one verse like touching that Shook Ones 2 verse or the Nighttime Vultures verse?
Andrew mentioned Wayne.
The
And,
Give Up the Goods verse.
right. Andrew mentioned Wayne. I'm in.
Fitness
I will
verse.
enter Ti
Yeah,
in the chat too. Is
I was
Common
thinking
better than Ti?
I was thinking Ti. I was thinking The Game. I was thinking Ross too. All those guys. See, he's somewhere in there to me, and that would put him 15 to 25.
What about Eminem? No.
Rock Nation brunch pose.
K. Thompson says, "What about Big Boy?"
I thought about that briefly too when somebody tried to be funny and throw 3 stacks up in here. That that goes down to some of Outkast catalog too, because as a solo artist, Common's proven himself to be a better solo artist than Big Boy.
Right. Yeah, I think Common's somewhere in that 15, and it's interesting, man. I think we do need to see him in the verses. We do need to see him in the verses to see how his music matches up with his peers, because I think that's the only real issue that we have is like we know that he makes quality product, but when we put his product up against his peers' product, it's different. He has nothing that's anywhere near Only Built for Cuban Links.
But I mean, Mike, that
B is awesome.
Yeah, I think B is one of the best rap albums ever, but it would be on the back end of the best rap albums ever, where like Purple Tape's like red carpet front row taking pictures about type of like classic album. So I feel you.
Production's important for everybody, but does it feel like Common's efforts are only as great as the producer he's working with?
No, because he made Electric Circus with Dilla, and they should.
No, no, I feel you, but I'm talking about even the good stuff.
Oh, I mean the I
Because
mean
like
his
Supreme
great stuff.
Clientele has all kind of producers on it, right? Life After Death has all kind of producers on it. Whereas Common's best efforts are centered around like, okay, Kanye's taking on this effort. Or
Right.
like Water for
I,
Chocolate is like, okay, this is Soul Aquarium.
right.
Yeah.
No, right. With a little primo.
Right.
Um,
One primo.
right. One primo, little primo. Like I said, a little primo sprinkled
A
in. He like to
dash
come
of primo.
sprinkle. He like to come sprinkle a little primo in on his albums, and we're okay with that. The results have been stunning. Um, the projects are there. He's there as an MC, Mike. So here's what I will tell you. What does he truly embody as an MC that people can really gravitate towards him as opposed to somebody else? So this is what I'm talking about. If you from the streets, if you done seen some things or been through some things, oh, when P talk, you gonna gravitate to that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I told you about that verse on Nighttime Vultures that I rose early morning, spread my wings yawning, vague memories of last night. Now it's all dawning. Look down and seen dry blood all on my garments. It stained up my guest farmers, colored enormous. I hopped up, hot on my bed, holding my head.
Mm. Well, you know, P and Mobb Deep's impact. I mean,
He
that's
making
just
you he
that's
making you feel
self-explanatory.
something, Mike. Mike, he making you feel something.
What is Common's impact? Who?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for what he does, I think one of the things is that there have been a lot of other guys who have done it as well or better. Because
Donnell
immediately,
Lee asked a good question. Not to interrupt you, he says, "Are we going with the total body of work or the better MC?" See, when
we
it
can do
comes to
both.
Common, it's like we're
Are
gonna
we
have
talking
to.
about both? Are we kind of talking about both? It's like Cool G Rap's a better MC, but Common has the better body of work.
Common has a better body of work than a lot of people, and for a lot of people in the chat that are saying that we're tripping, we're not negating any of his body of work because he has a very, very quality body of work and been very
Only Common
consistent.
top 15 to 25 MC is not tripping.
Yeah, he's been around nearly 30 years and been consistent with his body of work. But see, the thing is, outside of that body of work, what do we have? Because if we had Com in a cipher with some of these MCs we're mentioning, he's not gonna stand out. He's not gonna stand out with rapping with Ghosts at his height. He's not. Or Method Man for that matter.
Okay, so
Bust the Will.
Mike, Pusha T.
I was thinking about mentioning Pusha T, but I know
Is he
people
good?
would think that we tripping, whatever. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's
So
hard for me to say that Pusha T is ahead of Common. It's hard for me to say that, but I will say this, man. It's hard for me to really pinpoint the lyricism that Common has given us in
right.
the
So this
past
is what
20 years.
so here's what I'm trying to express to you is that him at his peak is pretty great. It's just there's always somebody that does something comparable to him, in my opinion, that's been a little bit better. The people that immediately come to mind are Black Thought and Nas.
Well,
That's what comes to
Donnell
mind.
Lee says all those guys we mentioned have a better body of work than Common. See, that's the thing about Common too. Not everybody acknowledges his body of work. So it's like you said, it's like there's a lot of people that just don't feel him to that degree. I mean, if you ask me my favorite Common verse, I have to think about it. I'm sure I'll dig and be able to pull some quotables out. But with Pusha, I mean, I could think of like 22 niggas, two to a car, 11 flagships with the 3-point star. The only other ballers is some 3-point stars. We only 5'9", they think we point guards. No jumpers. Still at the top of the key. Shamario Patterson says Pusha would get washed by Common.
Mike, you already know how many Pusha verses I know. I mean,
Andrew
pick one.
said I prefer
Pick a
Pusha.
verse off of Hell. Pick a verse off Hell Hath No Fury, Mike. So many deceive you. I'm more in touch with the keys. Move over Alicia. I force feed you the metric scale. Raps like Child's Play, my show and tell.
Donnell Lee brought up something good. He said Common and Luda have the same issue with comparing to their peers, and Busta Rhymes too.
That's that's a very insightful observation. You said something right there. That was a bar.
Yeah,
a whole bar.
Because I don't know where to put Luda either, to be perfectly honest.
Me neither, but he's great, and you know he's great. Yeah. Like he arguably showed up Nas and Kiss on the Made You Look remix. Like regular MCs can't show up Nas and Kiss.
You got Common over Cole.
More shit out on the street than evicted tenants.
K Thompson asked, y'all got Common over Cole?
I do.
I do too, but I will say this,
because I think B and Finding Forever are better than Forest Hills Drive.
But see, Cole means more to his era than Common does.
That's fair. You know what? That's something to think about. Yeah. The answer's still no for me, but that's something to think about.
Because even if you think about like Water for Chocolate, as much as we're talking about it now and talking about it being classic now, that wasn't the conversation in 2000, really. It was just a good album.
I thought it was a really great album from the time that I heard it.
No, it was dope. I had the CD, but we weren't talking classic. That was Supreme Clientele talk.
That's different, Mike.
I'm just saying. That's what the year had brought us.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, we go back and I say that about It Was Written all the time. When It Was Written dropped, it wasn't like, boom, this is a classic. It became classic over time.
I mean, well, Mike, no, I was pretty much telling people that was some classic that he was doing. Like,
I was like, yo, this ain't Illmatic, son.
Like, no. I mean, Mike, it wasn't Illmatic, but I was like, man, ain't nobody rapped like this before. What you